Why Queen Camilla dressed in black to meet the Pope when other queens are permitted to wear white, the hidden royal code explained. Welcome back, royal watchers, to Crown Chronicles, your home for everything royal, regal, and downright fascinating. Before we dive into today's story, make sure to hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and join our growing royal family, because here at Crown Chronicles, we bring you the untold stories behind the palace walls, the ones that make you see the royals like never before. Now, today's story is one that has intrigued even the most seasoned royal followers. It's about Queen Camilla's surprising fashion choice during her meeting with Pope Francis, a moment that stirred curiosity and conversation around the world. When photos surfaced of the Queen consort dressed entirely in black, while other royal women such as Queen Letizia of Spain or Princess Charlene of Monaco have famously worn white when meeting the pontiff, questions started flooding in. Why black? Why not white? What's the hidden meaning behind this choice? And more importantly, what does it tell us about the unspoken codes of power, religion, and royalty? Let's unpack this elegant mystery together, because behind Queen Camilla's modest black ensemble lies a centuries-old tradition, a powerful religious protocol, and a message that speaks volumes about her role in the modern monarchy. When King Charles III and Queen Camilla arrived at the Vatican for their historic meeting with Pope Francis, all eyes were on the Queen's attire. She stepped out in a long black dress with a matching lace veil, known as a mantilla, completing the look with minimal jewelry and a quiet sense of grace. It was simple, somber, and deeply respectful, yet, for royal watchers, something was missing. You see, certain Catholic queens and princesses are granted what's known as the privilege du blanc, the privilege of white. It's a rare Vatican protocol allowing a select few royal women to wear white when meeting the Pope instead of the traditional black attire required for women. This privilege is granted only to Catholic queens and princesses from specific Catholic monarchies, such as Spain, Belgium, Luxembourg, and Monaco. So when Queen Letizia or Grand Duchess Maria Theresa of Luxembourg meet the Pope, they appear in white dresses and veils, a sign of their faith and unique standing within the Catholic world. But Queen Camilla, despite being the wife of the head of the Church of England, does not share that privilege. And therein lies the fascinating paradox, because while King Charles is the supreme governor of the Church of England, the monarch's official title in the Anglican faith, Queen Camilla must adhere to Catholic protocol when visiting the Vatican. In other words, the Queen of the United Kingdom, one of the most powerful women in the world, must defer to Catholic tradition when standing before the Pope. It's a moment that perfectly captures the delicate balance of diplomacy and tradition that defines modern monarchy. In that instant, her black outfit wasn't just about fashion, it was about respect, history, and symbolism. Royal historians explain that the privilege of white has deep religious roots dating back centuries. It's reserved exclusively for Catholic queens and princesses who are members of Catholic royal houses and who are married to Catholic monarchs. Since the British royal family is Protestant, specifically Anglican, Queen Camilla does not meet the Vatican's criteria, and therefore, must wear black, and far from being a slight, this protocol is actually a gesture of reverence. By choosing black, Camilla was signaling humility and respect before the Pope, a visual acknowledgement that she is a guest in his spiritual domain. The Vatican, after all, is not merely another palace, it is the heart of global Catholicism, but of course, royal watchers couldn't help but draw comparisons. Queen Letizia, Queen Mathilde, and even Princess Charlene have appeared before the Pope in pristine white, exuding purity and devotion. Meanwhile, Queen Camilla's dark attire evoked an air of solemnity. Some even wondered whether her choice was influenced by her husband's role as head of the Anglican Church, a title steeped in history and, let's be honest, centuries of tension between the Catholic and Protestant worlds. To understand the full weight of this, we have to go back nearly 500 years, to the reign of Henry VIII. When the Pope refused to annul Henry's marriage to Catherine of Aragon, the English king broke away from Rome, founding the Church of England in 1534. From that moment on, the British monarch became the head of the new church, separate from the authority of the Vatican. That divide has echoed through centuries, shaping politics, religion, and even fashion. So when Queen Camilla met the Pope dressed in black, it wasn't just a matter of tradition, it was a powerful reminder of that enduring divide, and a mark of respect for it. Interestingly, though, royal sources say the Queen's outfit was carefully chosen in consultation with Vatican officials, every detail approved to ensure complete adherence to protocol. From the cut of her dress to the length of her veil, nothing was left to chance. Even her jewelry was intentionally understated, no tiaras, no diamonds, only modest pearls, a silent statement that this was a moment of unity, not opulence. But if you look closely, her attire carried another layer of meaning, one that speaks volumes about Camilla's evolution from royal outsider to queen consort. For decades, Camilla was painted by tabloids as the other woman, a figure of controversy and division. Yet, here she was, standing beside the Pope, dressed not in grandeur but in humility, representing not herself but the crown and the British nation. It was a moment of quiet power, one that signaled her full transformation into a global stateswoman. Her choice of black wasn't just about following rules, it was about showing the world that she understands the weight of her role. King Charles, meanwhile, stood proudly beside her, his demeanor calm and dignified. For him, this meeting carried profound personal meaning. Charles has long been a man of faith and spirituality, fascinated by the connection between religions and cultures. Over the years, he's met with religious leaders from Islam, Judaism, Hinduism, and Buddhism, promoting unity and dialogue. His visit to the Vatican wasn't just symbolic, it was part of his lifelong mission to bridge divides. Observers noted that Pope Francis seemed particularly warm toward the royal couple, engaging them in thoughtful conversation and presenting them with gifts that reflected mutual respect. In return, King Charles offered the Pope a selection of rare botanical illustrations, a nod to their shared passion for environmental stewardship. As cameras flashed, the moment transcended mere diplomacy. It felt like a meeting of minds, two elder statesmen united by a sense of duty, and a queen whose quiet poise embodied the dignity of her office. Still, the fashion choice continued to spark intrigue long after the visit ended. Social media lit up with comparisons and interpretations. Some praised Camilla for her elegance, calling her look timeless and regal. Others noted the irony that the wife of the head of a church founded in defiance of Rome must still follow Vatican dress codes centuries later. But that's the beauty of monarchy, it's built on symbolism, on the dance between tradition and transformation. And in this case, Queen Camilla's black ensemble perfectly captured that balance. It showed the world that royalty isn't always about standing out, sometimes, it's about blending in with grace. It reminded us that even the most powerful wear humility when history demands it. And perhaps, it reflected the deeper mission of King Charles's reign, to lead not through dominance, but through understanding. Fashion may seem superficial, but in royal life, it's a language, one spoken through fabric, color, and ceremony. Every choice tells a story, and this one spoke volumes. By wearing black, Queen Camilla didn't just honor Vatican tradition, she honored the centuries of faith, diplomacy, and complexity that define the crown's relationship with the world. In that single, silent gesture, she communicated respect, unity, and awareness of history's weight, something no speech could ever convey. So while others may have the privilege of white, Queen Camilla's black carried a different kind of power, quiet, dignified, and deeply meaningful. It was a visual reminder that monarchy, at its best, is about understanding one's place within a greater story, one that spans nations, faiths, and generations, and that's what makes this royal moment so unforgettable. Thank you for joining us on Crown Chronicles, where every crown has a story, and every story reveals the truth. If you enjoyed today's royal revelation, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more exclusive insights into the British monarchy. Stay tuned for more behind-the-scenes royal secrets, and as always, stay regal and stay curious. Crown.